it's Jess from Meyer Hatchery, and it's February. During February, we talk a lot about love, and today I want to show you how I give a little love back to my flock by making them oatmeal bite treats. Let's get started. I absolutely love this recipe because it's so incredibly easy to make. All these ingredients I already have in my pantry, and I can make these oatmeal bites ahead of time, keep them in the freezer, and when I want to treat my flock, I can grab a few bites out, allow them to thaw a little bit, and then give them to my birds to enjoy. The ingredients that you will need are half a cup of coconut oil or fat. So I'm using coconut oil for mine, but if you have some maybe leftover bacon fat, you can put that into here. Your chickens will love that extra treat. You're also going to need some honey. So I have some honey here that's starting to crystallize a little bit, so I'm actually going to use that for this recipe, and we're using about a quarter cup. So I'm just going to dump that into there, just like that. Great. Now we're going to add in 2 eggs, and my ducks are laying like crazy right now, so I'm actually using 2 duck eggs, but you can definitely just use 2 large chicken eggs. Oh, look at the egg whites on the duck eggs. Look at how thick those are. That is so great. All right, so now we've got to add in some of our dry ingredients. So I'm adding in about 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour to my mixture here. You can also use 1 cup of whole wheat flour and 1/2 cup of cornmeal. I just happen to be out of cornmeal, so I'm using my whole wheat flour. Next, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, which our flock loves, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now we're going to add in 3 cups of oats. I'm just checking my recipe here. 3 cups of oats. Then I'm just using old-fashioned oats. Just fill this up here. 2 and 3. Great. And the last thing that we're going to add is 1 cup of raisins, because I know my flock really loves raisins. If you don't have any raisins, that's okay. You can add in nuts, you can add in other dried fruits, whatever your flock likes to enjoy. The raisins are easy to keep around, so I always end up putting those in my chicken treats. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna give this a really good stir and incorporate all the ingredients together. All right, here's what our mixture looks like, all mixed together, and it looks pretty good. It came together well, all the ingredients are well incorporated. If you notice that your mixture is kind of on the dry side, you can add a little bit more fat into your mixture. You can add another egg, you can even add some molasses or honey. Anything to help pull all those ingredients together. To make my bites, I get a cookie sheet and I put some parchment down just to make sure nothing sticks. And then I'm actually going to use my hands to form the bites. If you've ever made anything that's more of like a granola base kind of like this is, you know that sometimes you may need to press and form your mixture into bars or balls, whatever you're making. So what I do is I use this scoop here to help me portion, and then I use my hands, roll it into a ball, make it nice and tight, and then I space them out about 1 inch away from each other on our cookie sheet here. All right, and see, after giving it a good squeeze, it all comes together and looks fantastic. I'm going to bake these at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 15 minutes or until they look nice and golden brown. I'm going to finish forming all of these oatmeal bites and let's get them in the oven. All right, here's what our oatmeal bites look like, all baked up, and I have to say, these are a pretty darn good looking treat for our flock. If I was a chicken, I'd want to eat these. I mean, technically I could eat these. There's nothing in here that's not for human consumption, but we'll leave these for the flock. Again, as I mentioned, you can make these ahead and store them in the freezer. Just make sure everything is fully cooled before you put anything in the freezer. You're gonna notice that when your egg bites come out and they completely cool, that they're gonna kind of form together even tighter, which is really great, and it makes moving them from one place to the other really easy. Hopefully I've given you some inspiration to make some special oatmeal bites for your flock. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know in the comments below. As always, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that bell so you're the first to know every time a new video has been released. Do you need some supplies for your flock, or maybe you need to add a few more chicks to your flock? Be sure to visit our description below for a special coupon code to use off your next order at MHYT.com. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna get these out to the flock.